Is back to the drawing board for the Iowa City Community School District tonight.
School board members decided there were better options for students than the proposed attendance area maps they've been presented.
Fox 28 News reporter Brittany Borghi says board members want less of an emphasis on the district's diversity policy. Brittany.
Yeah, Scott and Tiffany, that's right. Board members say in their conversations with teachers, they want to see more of a balance of free and reduced lunch students throughout schools and not necessarily a specific percentage. They want the superintendent to redraw the maps and with that and other things in mind.
We took that information and we used that to draw maps that we thought both met as many community expectations as we could and were as compliant with the diversity policy as we could make them.
That bottom line, community expectations and the diversity policy, is what the board questioned for the newly drawn maps. Board members say they've been hearing lots of feedback from teachers who don't need the diversity policy to be so cut and dry.
Necessarily some magic number, but just more balance and more thoughtfulness in that.
Board member Tuette Dureau suggested suspending and revising the diversity policy to take it off the table while Superintendent Murley and his team redraw the maps. And while that's not actually happening, parents like Sarah Barron say they're glad priorities have shifted.
So I was really glad to see them say, wait a minute, we're taking a look at these. It's not really what we pictured. We need some other things in place to make sure that we're having strong educational outcomes. So that was really exciting, actually, to see that discussion happen.
Part of that discussion included giving more weight to factors like academic outcomes, walkability to schools, and the relationships that have already been created. Community members are just hoping for the best answer.
It's good to see as a community member that they're willing to take the discussion deeper and not just fall back on old sides of an argument, but really work together to come up with something that's going to be better for our schools.
The plan moving forward is for Superintendent Murley to come back to the board with some specific questions about what they want for the first meeting in June. For Murley to redraw the maps and come back to the board with those in the first meeting in July, and then if the board likes them, to host a public forum for the second meeting in August. Covering the corridor in Iowa City, Brittany Borghi.